My honest thoughts of the Golden Archipelago event in Genshin Impact. What's up, everyone? This is Lofi here, and I just really want to talk about it. My thoughts, how I felt through playing it, what's new, what's old, and really just go about that, really. At the end, I am going to rate it like 1 out of 10. So if you do want to put your own rating down, leave it down in the comments below. I'm gonna try to break it up for every point of the characters that was involved, but I might put certain characters together to really get it going, because I'll be here if I talk about certain characters forever. But other than that, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So overall, what I saw differently from this Golden Archipelago is fundamentally the story, where it was heading, how the mountains and the characters that was involved in this one versus the old one. The old Golden Archipelago, we had Klee, Jean, and I think one more character, and of course the Traveler. No, and we have Diluc. Yeah. And the whole point of that Golden Archipelago was really just for the characters to have a vacation, maybe get to know a few of them, like Diluc, Case, and Jean, really, and Klee, and also get to know Klee's mother and all of this. I think that was really nice. With this new archipelago, it was more really about like learning about individual characters, and the big main ones was really Kazuha, Xinyan, Mona, finally Official, a little bit of the Traveler, but overall that's really it. And so I want to say first that even though we did get to see Xinyan in the story and we don't get a whole lot, I think we literally only had 2 other times that we have ever had her in the game for like a story wise, I still don't feel as though she was meant to be there. It really just felt like they revolved it around her just to have her in the event, really, just for her to be there, even for her to meet Kazuha and all of that by just going out and want to adventure wise. I don't know, man, it was just kind of random, but I still enjoyed it because I find Xinyan pretty enjoyable to me personally. I don't too much care for her country accent though, but overall, like, it was pretty nice having her in, but she could have been replaced with anybody else. So before I start talking about all the characters individually, I want to talk about the conscious thing. I think it would have been good if we could have had it to where we didn't have to reform the conches or the little seashells that we had to farm for a skin, because for people like me that have already did Golden Archipelago once, I don't feel like why we have to do it again. But it's okay, I guess, to give new players a new feeling, or I guess for them to see the seashells and maybe see something different. Good enough on them for MiHoYo to change up how the seashells was, give us a little bit more story stuff or different things. But overall, like, they could have just not put it back in, honestly, and just gave us another way to farm for Official skin. I'm gonna talk more about her skin when we get to Official herself, by the way. I'm not gonna talk about it right now. I would say the event scenery was amazing. I mean, to be honest, with everything that Genshin makes when it comes down to scenery wise, they do really well. I think there's no really way to really knock their scenery. I think it was kind of weird per se with how everything was formed, like the mountains and all of that, but overall, like, scenery was amazing. The reward system, however, or what we got from doing everything in the event, it was really lackluster, I would say, like, especially in the books department. Like, I would have loved if I would have got a little bit more books. Of course, more Prime Gems, no duh, as well as more in mostly anything else that we got in the reward. Now, honestly, I will say events are one of our best ways to get a lot of the tedious stuff that we normally have to farm for Resident with the crown. I think that's the only really good thing about events mostly of the time, is just getting a crown. Just could have been more overall, but everyone has already said this numerous of times before. So, and since I'm also building majority of a lot of characters, well, 2 more, I'm thinking about summoning for a 3rd one. I just wish it could be a lot more. Now let's talk about the story. Everyone really meets up in the little cavern place where Diluc normally serves like drinks and everything. And you got Kazuha, Mona, Official, Xinyan, and us, the Traveler, and Paimon, of course. Really just having to talk about like going to this island, going to this place and everything. And we just all agreed and we went. Kazuha wanted to venture out a little bit more and hang out with new people. Xinyan kind of stumbled upon meeting Kazuha as she was, I guess, traveling. Mona got roped in by Official because I think Mona was, dang, I kind of forgot what they said, but Mona was kind of like doing something with Fischl, and of course Fischl wanted us to come out to see her palace, I think. So that's how the whole gang came together, and they pretty much went out to the island. And of course, us as the traveler, just, you know, we just join in and we come with them no matter what. Okay, we are the star. Before we go, Venti gives us a little Klee bomb that's able for us to talk about things and all that. Wasn't too special, but it was okay, I guess. Didn't really see the point of it, but here we are. The Vitui's machine pretty much makes it to where that we start dreaming, and because we have like really strong willpower, we don't succumb to, like, I guess, the endless slumber, and instead we start having dreams about our past lives and stories and all of this, which leads to our very first character that we talk about, which is Kazuha. Now, if you're a big person about story, or you're a big person about character development, or just wanting to know more about characters, whether you like the character or not, I want to say with Kazuha, they did pretty well with fleshing out with how his character is. You know, he was the son of a really great blacksmith family and everything was going downhill. He thought to himself, you know, I'm gonna take it over, I'm gonna do it. You know, I don't want my father to take on this burden by himself, yada yada yada. But his father really just wanted him to be his own person, go out and venture and do whatever he wanted. He didn't have to stay the life as the blacksmith, and I think that's a good thing. And the whole point of his backstory per se was him to learn to want to be free, I guess, and to go out and just meet new people and adventure. Which why, one, he's Animo, and two, which is why you normally see him like traveling a lot, and we got really introduced to him by him traveling, being with Beto, and running away from Minazona, etc. So that was really nice. I think how they played it out, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna probably repeat this for all the puzzles, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Too much puzzle. I get it that yes, they wanted us to have puzzles, and I get it, they didn't want us to run through it. I get it, but it was a little bit too much puzzle. Now, as a person, for me, even though I don't care about a lot of characters' backstories and stuff, other than the characters that I really like in the game, I did enjoy Kazuha's. I think it was really nice. It fit well. It was basically his character. You know, the samurai, the adventurers that got pushed away from Inazuma, lost his friend, and also is a blacksmith, and he's just trying to do good at both, and I enjoyed it, and they left a message behind, which was really nice. Even the mini game that you got with him was pretty cool. The fact that you had like this one ability where you did like a little slash and it did like crazy damage, that was pretty cool. But pretty much just kill enemies, do that, and like use it, and then go about your business. So the next character that I do want to talk about is Xingyang. Again, I felt as though she was just really placed in there. I did like learning about her, and I think the scenery for her was good with how everything was guitar themed and all that. But really, truth be told, could have had any other character. They could have re-chose Jean. They could have re-chose Klee. They could have picked anybody else for her instead of her. But I think her story and what they put in was really unique, and it brought a difference, I want to say, especially with the event game mode, or the mission that you had to do. I think that was pretty cool. But I will say Xingyang is not really everyone's favorite. She isn't my favorite, but it was good. I will say she's up there, but not the best. The game mode though, I did enjoy how you had to use the flowers with the little music thing. I think that was really cool, and it brought uniqueness, like using the environment around you was pretty sick. But other than that, it was okay. Now onto a story. I did kind of enjoy it. I don't really know too much like about Xingyang. Like again, like we only had like 1 to 2 times, and it really, with this, you got to know more about her. And basically she was a girl growing up that learned about music, and her family didn't want her to learn about music. They felt as though like she shouldn't be doing it and everything, but she said, you know what, I want to be me. I don't want to follow you guys' footsteps. I want to do what I want. So she chose to play music and rock and roll as her choice of genre of music. And for me personally, I like music. I enjoy it. I don't too much care about country music. but any other genre I mess with. So I did like the message behind, you know, be yourself, you know, enjoy what you love, do what you want to do. It was nice. Now let's talk about Mona. I'm gonna be real, I fell asleep on this. I didn't too much care. It really just bored me to death, really. The puzzle really just made it even worse. Like, I get it that, yeah, she's like astrology or whatever, and like she cares about the stars, and her personalities are based around that. But even then, I was like, bruh, I am like falling asleep, and I don't too much care. I get the premise of it. You know, we follow our path, we have a fate. You know, we walk a certain pathway and all that. But other than that, I was like, yo, let me finish this up. Let me get through this. I don't want to really sit here and listen to this anymore. So, to be honest, they could have just talked about her being broke, and I would have enjoyed that a lot more than opposed of what we had. That's how I really got to say on Mona's part. I think her little event thing was fun, and okay, but other than that, yeah, not it, Chief. Let's move on to the last character. Finally, on to Official. I want to just go ahead and talk about her skin first. I think her skin is alright. It's a 4-star, and what I was thinking of her skin was somewhat close to that, really. Like, I didn't really expect anything crazy, and so I enjoy the skin. I haven't got around to getting it yet. I'm still having to go get my conches, but anyway, skin was fine. Story-wise, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked it, her story about her trying to understand herself. Like, she just didn't like certain things about her, and she tried to hide that, but the whole premise was to just love yourself or to understand yourself. That's how you are. So that was fine. It was really cool getting to know that Official, even though it took forever to get to that point and the puzzle made it long. The scenery looked good, of course, but that was really it. I don't really remember too much else about their stories. Now, the overall event that we was going through, I didn't understand why the boat started to randomly like talk and have a personality. I think that was kind of weird. They didn't really have to do that, but they did it anyway. It was, and then too, like the squirrel, like after a certain point, we just don't see the squirrel anymore, which is also weird. So just placed in there just to be placed in there in my eyes. I didn't too much care about learning about the ship's backstory and all that, about why he was turned like this or what happened. It just prolonged the event, really. The game modes, though, they was fun to play. I think most of them was very unique and enjoyable. Just wish, again, the rewards would have been a lot more, but I already said it. And I will give this event like a solid 5 out of 5, really. I can maybe jump it up to a 6.8 because I enjoyed Zhang Ling and Kazuha's story, but other than that, that's really it on this. But that pretty much wraps up what I want to say about this. I'm gonna be playing Tower of Fantasy today, and I'm gonna be streaming it as well at twitch.tv/Lofi Nole, and put it up on my YouTube as well, the whole thing. So that's what I'm looking forward to right now. I will say until like Sumeru comes out and stuff, I am gonna make 2 more videos before Sumeru comes out, but other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next video I make or in the stream. Peace.